Patriots fans and fellow slimy fans and friends alike, welcome to the Ultimate Nicktoon tier list. Have I got a fantastic video for y'all to enjoy.
It's a dead trend, Matt. I already keep telling you that.
And again, I don't give a shit, Squidward. In the internet, everything is possible and everything can be revived.
If you say so.
Alright, let's take a look at all the Nicktoons that I will be ranking. Now, some of you might question that some of these Nicktoons should not be in here, and that Kablam was recently no longer a Nicktoon according to Nickelodeon themselves, but I still think it's a Nicktoon by heart, and I'll stand by that. Here are the list tiers. Got S, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and not watch, which will most likely not be used because I watched all these Nicktoons. And this is a premiere, so I can talk to you guys, and you can tell me if my opinions are valid or invalid. We can all, talk about opinions, and make sure you're respectful if you're going to talk in the premiere or in the YouTube comments page. Do not be aggressive, and please do not be fighting over opinions, please. Alright? Quick disclaimers, these are my opinions. If you have a problem, that's okay. But don't go fighting me or suing me over opinions. That would be pretty dumb on your move. And in general, so please don't do that. And you might be surprised that a lot of these Nicktoons will be very high up. And you might see why. And this is to celebrate 30 years of these amazing Nicktoons, bringing us some of the most memorable moments, some of the most memorable characters, funniest moments, and just overall, just a lot of stuff to just make my heart beat today. So, let the real list commence. I'm gonna try to go in chronological order. I might screw up there and there, but I shouldn't be too off. Starting with the very first Nicktoon to the premiere, Doug. Now, a lot of people say that Doug is one of the most average Nicktoons they see, and they would put it in C tier. But I'm going to surprise y'all and put it in A tier. Here's why it's at A tier. Doug, when I watched it as a kid, he's relatable to me. And he's kind of relatable to me as an adult now. Plus, you have memorable characters like Skeeter, Roger, Mr. Dink, Mr. Bone. Yeah, and a lot of these characters. Plus, Quailman. Quailman was awesome. Quailman and Quail Dog was awesome. Plus, a lot of scenarios Doug had, they were pretty funny. Especially the episode where Doug thought he got in trouble for blowing up the science fair of his volcano, and he tries to be one-and-ah Jack Bennett. And every time he references that name, he always goes one-and-ah. It was funny. Doug is an A-ranked Nicktoon. It's a shame that Doug was bought by Disney, and Doug was worse on Disney. Not worse as like all the way to E or F. Disney Doug honestly would be around C tier, probably D tier, but Nickelodeon Doug is A tier. Disney did not fully ruin Doug, but it's still good. Okay, let me go back to down the list here so I can. Let me grab this right here. I did watch Rugrats. Here we are. A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do, you know? The very first Klasky Chupo show on Nickelodeon. And people say this is a kid version of The Simpsons, and I do see good reason around that. What could be said about Rugrats? I mean, story as it is that, what does a baby's point of view of some of the most simple things in life? And it just goes so bizarre how a baby's imagination can really go. The adults, well, they don't really watch their kids a lot. They are quirky and fun to hang out with. You got Stu, you got Drew, you got Howard, Chaz, you got Betty, Dee Dee, you got Charlotte, and then you got Grandpa Lou, and you got Boris. There's so many good adults. The kids themselves are also fun to hang out with. You got Susie, Chucky, the twins, Tommy, and that pigtailed angel Angelica. Again, before you say anything, no, I do not have what you say before. Ignore crabs and squirt across all my legacy of this channel. I don't think so. And look what the cat drug then. I'm gonna love you to say that. Stop it. Stop saying it, Mr. Chester. UV disagrees. You do have a question. Remember the Discord call? The less we talk about that call, the better. I already told you that in the last Nostalgic Stories. Well, what are you gonna do, man? Come on now, relax now. After all, you didn't enjoy the kissy, did you? Okay then, old man, come here. No, I'm good. I think y'all that where I'm going with this. This is an S-rank Nicktoon easily. I mean, so many memorable moments, and that girl, her alone kind of makes it to S tier. Again, this doesn't prove it, okay? Just because she mentioned it doesn't mean I go, and I still can't believe that happened. But if you know Nicktoons, you know exactly about this show. And along with Doug as well. And also another Nicktoon. Hold on, let me just put it right here for a second so I can scroll up. Okay, bracket here. Ren and Stimpy. Let me just say, John K., you messed up big time. There's going to be some Nicktoons that have creators or producers or writers did some bad things. Not going to go specifically. But that's not going to change my opinion of the Nicktoon itself. So that being said, the Ren and Stimpy show is an S-rank Nicktoon. Now, granted, the quality of the show honestly did drop around the second season afterwards, but it was still a good Nicktoon of Ren and Stimpy. It was a disgusting, gross-out Nicktoon, but one of the best gross-out cartoons I've ever seen. And it was the early cartoons to actually inspire the gross-out humor. And then later, other cartoons would have inspired the Ren and Stimpy show. I think one of those would be Cow and Chicken from Cartoon Network, unless I'm wrong. Kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like it's a less of Ren and Stimpy, Cow and Chicken is. Cow and Chicken was still a good cartoon. Hey! Oh, you got this S? Oh, Joy, you're too kind! You guys are crazy, you two. I'm surprised you came here in the first place, but hey. There are so many good episodes. Stimpy's Big Day, Ren's Too Fake, In the Army, Nurse Stimpy, Rubber Nipple Salesman, Royal Canadian Killer the Axeman, Out West, Van Hoek, Stimpy's Invention, Space Madness. And then the list just goes on and on. The House of Next Tuesday. I forgot to mention that. I know one friend who really enjoys the episode. Funny! Now, this is a Nicktoon that got censored. Also, another Nicktoon I'll get to in a moment. A lot of episodes were censored and whatnot. And what pisses me off, the first two seasons of the Ren and Stimpy show released on DVD by Paramount, it says it's uncut. But it's not uncut. It's still freaking censored. And also, the cover art was signed by John K., which shouldn't be the case at all. You still have to go online if you want to see the uncensored shit. Pardon me if I get. Oh yeah, by the way, you probably already saw it, but the Adult Party cartoon is not in this list because, well, it didn't air on Nickelodeon at all. It aired on Spike TV or another Viacom adult network. Plus, the DVDs Paramount released about Ren and Stimpy, there was no Nickelodeon licensing at all. Plus, Stimpy was removed in the arcade version of Nicktoons Racing because of the Adult Party cartoon. Plus, some items were removed as well. And the Ren and Stimpy Lost Episodes DVD, I think it's basically the Adult Party cartoon, unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me at any point. I do prefer Rugrats because of... Please, no. You're not ruining the tier list. You already ruined so many videos. I'm surprised you didn't ruin the last nostalgic stories, which was Rugrats and the Zombies. But do not ruin this tier list for me. This is for a special birthday for these tunes I hold at heart. Okay? Do not give me that look, Krabs. But the Ren and Stimpy show, man. Man. Awesome. Just awesome. Awesome like the next Nicktoon. Again, I have to keep going down for a little bit, but that's okay. Rocco's Modern Life. To be honest, I did feel bad for Rocco. I still feel bad for Rocco. His life is... It's a twisted life. Seriously, some things would never happen at all. And it's just the most bizarre things you can imagine happened to Rocco. The poor Australian wallaby. I like how Rocco has an Australian accent. It makes the character Rocco so much more enjoyable. And he wears a Hawaiian shirt. They sell Hawaiian shirts in Australia? The scenarios Rocco has are just... Ooh, man. Some of them were crazy and were memorable. And the characters were good as well. We had Heifer, we had Filbert. He turn the page to wash your hands. The Big Heads, the Chameleon Brothers, and really big man. I forgot to mention, the Ren and Stimpy show also had Powder Toast Man. I really forgot to mention Powder Toast Man. He was an amazing superhero. And the Rugrats also had an icon. They had Reptar. They're amazing. And they're in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, a game that still can't get over it exists in many sleepless nights thanks to the announcement. But this is an S-tier Nicktoon. I do prefer Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats a bit more, but this is easily S-rank because there's so much craziness. Also, Rocco had some guts, much like Ren, Stimpy, and Rugrats. What I mean is that Rugrats had some deep moments, like how to deal with a lost mother. There was in that episode. Plus, there was a moment where Phil and Lil were being breastfeeded by Betty. Yeah, that moment. Plus, some complained that there was some severe violence in Ren and Stimpy. Some claimed that one of the most violent moments was Ren beating himself with a hammer in the head in order to get rid of the Happy Helmet. It wasn't that violent in my opinion, but I could see why. Rocco is no exception. There was Good and Bad and the Wallaby, one of the best episodes in my opinion, where Heifer gets milked and he enjoys it. It was not in the Shout Factory release. By the way, Shout Factory are very good at releasing the complete series DVDs. In fact, they announced that they were going to do Jimmy Neutron the complete series, which I am excited about because the only way to watch those were the Amazon Burn On Demand. But they were not good because they were best of. And best of does not equal complete. Plus, there was this one episode where Rocco and Heifer go to a fair or a carnival, and there was one ride called Elevator to Hell, and the word hell was not censored. But the crazy thing is, there was another episode where Heifer goes to hell after dying from eating a chicken bone. They censored the word hell! You did not censor the word hell in one episode, but you do it in that episode. Why? Why? Plus Peaches? Is that the name of the devil? Peaches? He was a good character as well. Amazing character. And then there was also the episode where Rocco goes to the movies, and the theater number he went to in order to see that one movie was theater number 666. This was also a good start point for Steven Hillenburg, who was creating some of the episodes of the show and will later create SpongeBob, which we'll get to very soon. And also, the creator also went on to the Cartoon Network career to create Camp Lazlo, which is honestly an underrated cartoon in my opinion. I really enjoyed Camp Lazlo. So Rocco, you really make a good Nicktoon. You really belong in an S tier. Ah! Sorry for the screaming, but Real Monsters, another Klasky Chupo Nicktoon. I really enjoyed Real Monsters. The first time I watched was probably the 90s or all that. That's the first time I ever heard of that show, believe it or not. And later there was a complete series box set I got, thanks to Shout Factory, and I really enjoyed this Nicktoon. The trio of monsters, Ickis, Obrina, and Crumb, would later be one of the most recognizable trios, next to SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, Arnold, Gerald, and Helga, and Rocco, Heifer, and Filbert, and another one, Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda. Those are the recognizable trios. The Grumble was good, and Simon the Monster Hunter being one of the main antagonists. It was genius. This show is gross like the Ren and Stimpy show, but not too gross. It's like it's a humor. The fact that this was before Monsters Inc. So I think Disney was a little bit of plagiarism when they created Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. was a very good movie, though. But Disney, stop being a little bit of the Mickey. If you're watching this, just take some notes, alright? No, I'm not forcing you, just slow it down, and you have a good business mark. I wouldn't say Real Monsters is S tier, but this is A tier, and I would say it's better than Doug. I would say Real Monsters is better than Doug. So but I do recommend this Nicktoon. It's not the best, unlike these other ones you see here, but definite A tier. Hey, it's Hey Arnold next. I did really think this Nicktoon was that good when I was a child, but looking back as an adult, it was recognizable. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon. The kids have the kids were very relatable, and the adults like Grandpa Phil were good as well. And it was. I honestly, looking back to it, this also had some guts. This took some guts. It had some guts back then. So, where do I put this Nicktoon though? I would put it at S tier. Yeah, I would put Hey Arnold at S tier. Now, I would prefer these other Nicktoons in S tier, but Hey Arnold, again, is a good recommendation because there are a lot of, it's relatable, it took some guts, and there were a lot of memorable moments with Hey Arnold. Plus, there was an Ultimate Collection that Paramount Pictures released, and it does have extra stuff like a pilot and the Jungle movie that the Shout Factory release does not have. But Paramount did stack on the Rocco set. Seriously, a bonus feature was missing. But overall, the football head, you have a soft spot at S tier, and you did good to me for having a football head. You did good. People say this is Nickelodeon themselves said this is not a Nicktoon, but I would say this is a Nicktoon in my eyes. This is still a good Nicktoon. Kablam is an amazing Nicktoon. Henry and June are one of the most recognizable duos in my opinion, next to Doug and Porkchop, Tommy and Chucky, Ren and Stimpy, Zim and Gur, Cat Dog, Norma and Daggett. You know, the works. Where do I put this Nicktoon though? It's a compilation based show, not like Oh Yeah Cartoons or the Water Cartoon Show, or it's not like that where it's multiple pilots. There are multiple different shows like Action League Now and such. They were crazy, and especially Action League Now, which we'll get to. Kablam, I do prefer it over Doug, but do I prefer it over Real Monsters? Looking back, it is bizarrely crazy. I do enjoy it a bit more than Real Monsters. Kablam is a high A tier. I do recommend this. It's still a Nicktoon in my heart. Not according to Nick, but in my heart, immediate yes. Action League Now had its own spin-off show. I'm not going to go much into Action League Now, but this is an A tier Nicktoon as well, below Kablam. Action League Now, I had some fun with Action League Now. Alright, the angry beavers. Those beavers are the most hostile animal creatures, even angrier than the Angry Birds. Norma, do not pull up the gun, but I'm gonna have to give it a haha. I fooled you, didn't I? I thought I was gonna put it here, but no, I fooled you, Norbert, if you're watching this. Norma and Diana are one of the best brothers. In my opinion, they're brothers, and they fight a lot, but they seem to get along just fine. Plus, this Nicktoon had recognizable songs. I've got to mention a lot of Nicktoons had recognizable songs like Rocco, Arnold, and Rugrats and Ren and Stimpy. Recognizable songs like Beach Beaver, I Think I Like You, Beaver Fever. Plus, it had Muscular Beaver, another icon. It's a secret identity to Daggett. It is perfect. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon. I didn't enjoy it as much when I was a kid, but for now, I would say this is S tier. This is the S tier Nicktoon. I would prefer this over Hey Arnold, actually, a little bit. Hey Arnold is still amazing, though. Don't get me wrong. But the Angry Beavers, you just... just wonderful. Just wonderful. Cat Dog is next. Now, my grandmother said that Cat Dog was created by a person on drugs. I'm not gonna really bank that down completely, grandmother, because it's a bizarre idea. A cat and a dog attached to one body. How in the hell did they go to the bathroom? We still ask that question. I mean, Nick Rewind or whatever gave an exclamation kinda or splat when that video was published, but still. Cat Dog, Nickelodeon thought this was going to be the big juggernaut next to Rugrats. They were wrong. They had to wait another year, and then Spongy Boy would be the big juggernaut. But this is an amazing Nicktoon. Nickelodeon really wanted this to succeed for a little bit. That's why they were still a bit advertised, and they were hosts of Nickelodeon Party Blast. Not playable characters, but at least hosts. Plus, the Great Parent Mystery was a good conclusion, in my opinion. And I love the song had a bit of a country vibe to it, which I think is a perfect tone for this Nicktoon. Plus, I live in a state where country is a bit of a good vibe of music. And no, it's not Texas. I don't live in Texas. Sorry, Sandy. But Texas is a good state. Minus all that tornadoes. Ugh, severe weather scares me. They are destructive and they're deadly. Plus, characters like the Greaser Dogs, Winslow. That was bad. Rancid Rabbit, Mr. Sunshine. This is an S rank Nicktoon. I would say it's better than Hey Arnold and the Angry Beavers. Yes, I will go as far as saying that. Yeah, already. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 Nicktoons already. And a lot of them are on a very high tier. These Nicktoons, and especially Cat Dog, are quote-unquote smashing like... Hold on, let me just check this here. Oops. The Wild Thornberrys. Probably the reason why 9 was in All-Star Brawl because of its meme. I mean, is it going to be like Rugrats where our one character just makes the show for me? Again, doesn't mean I don't love Angelica. Like a crush. No. I just think it's my favorite. I need to keep clarifying that. But... Okay, I don't like that look you're giving me, Mr. Stitcher. I'm just... Seriously, Krabs, stop the stalking. But other characters like Darwin and Donnie... Donnie's just like a wild card. And the Thornberry family is a crazy family I like to hang out with. They are wild indeed. But, yes, Wild Thornberrys. I do like the show a lot. The locations that the Thornberrys go to and determine the episode. And there was one episode with Tom Kenny voiced. It was a good one. Where do I put this Nicktoon though? I cannot forget about 9, so it's an S tier rank tune. Rank tune, an S tier Nicktoon. I would say it's better than Arnold and better than the Beavers, but not better as Cat Dog. It's right around here. A good, smashing Nicktoon, you can say. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon. There's so many good moments about this. Okay, where is the poorest freak in the swine? SpongeBob Squarepin. SpongeBob Squarepin, welcome aboard. You all know where I'm going with this S tier, but where? Where do I put this? If I'm being honest, it's the best Nicktoon I've seen. Yes, it is the best Nicktoon I've seen. Better than Rugrats and the Ren and Stimpy show. Yeah, SpongeBob, you got my heart too. You got my call. Granted, you did lose quality in the later seasons, but you did have some good qualities in the later seasons, however. And the second and third movie were good. They were good. And man, your legacy in Nickelodeon will live on. You might be way big of a juggernaut, SpongeBob, but still, you are a good kid in my eyes. You are a good sponge. Yes, he is. He is a good sponge.
Yeah, he's annoying, sure, but he has charisma. I wouldn't give him that.
He's my best friend in the whole wide world, man. Let me tell you, we had a lot of good times. Ain't we now?
You should be proud of yourself, SpongeBob, especially if you're watching this right now. You should be proud of yourself. Forget I called you a swine. I was only using it as a joke. You are a good kid, and you have so much charisma. You're a good protagonist. And Squidward and Krabs and the characters, the music, the episodes, the structure, memorable moments. S tier Nicktoon, enough said. What's next? Oh my. Rocket Power. Oh my god, this Nicktoon. I don't know why they did it. I don't know how, but Klasky Chupo releases at the most perfect time in the world, when extreme sports were the bomb. I know a friend that doesn't like Rocket Power. I know a friend that really kind of despises Rocket Power because of one character. Who's your crap? You really are an annoying crap! No, go away! Get out! Get out! 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 No, because I like that song doesn't mean I just like it. It's just a song. It's just a song, guys. If that game kind of boosts this rating, I'm not kidding. It boosts my enjoyment of this show. And they out Tony Hawk in this. I mean, the kids are extreme. They're not Snot-Nosed or SpongeBob. I'm not dishing your opinion, but live a little, why don't you? You should be. Ah! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, joke. This is an S tier Nicktoon, if you can already tell. But how S of a tier is it? That's hard. Do I dare say it? Do I have the balls to say it? Do I? I'm gonna get backlash. Even better than SpongeBob. I am going to get so much backlash. I am going to get severe backlash, but I don't care. Rocket Power, S-Rank Nicktoon, let's go. People in the premiere, please take it easy, okay? And no, I do not have... Reggie's not my girlfriend. That inside joke should flatline right now. It better not return back. Oh, it will. And if it does, one crab, will be one less crab in the world. You're gonna kill me? No, I won't do murder, that's wrong. But, come on. Alright, I believe we're now going to the 21st century now. The 2000s. We have a next Nicktoon. This Nicktoon, I wish I had some more love, as told by Ginger's Next. Again, another Klasky Chupo Nicktoon. But Klasky Chupo produced this, they didn't create it, there was another creator. This show really was signing off by Nickelodeon. This was promoted heavily though, early on. She was even in the extremely rare Nicktoons promo. You know, where SpongeBob's like, "We want you!" Yeah, that promo. I mean, the Beavers weren't even in that promo. Ginger was. Interesting. This Nicktoon was slowly slacking off by Nickelodeon. There were only 2 DVDs released. She wasn't in any compilation DVDs, as far as my knowledge. And there was no complete series DVD set. Not by Shout Factory, not by Paramount, not by Amazon, and not internationally. And there were no PC games for Ginger. Granted, the Beavers didn't get any PC games, but they were in crossover games. And Ginger was, but not playable. I think the only Nicktoon crossover game she was in was Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots as a master model. I'm glad that Ginger got some representation, but still, that's not enough in my opinion, because this Nicktoon, I enjoy this Nicktoon. How much so? I prefer it more than Doug. However, not as Real Monsters or Kablam. But Ginger, I feel bad for Ginger having mistreatment, man. Honestly. So, I want Ginger to have more love. Let me go down for a moment, take a look at the other Nicktoons. Alright, well, now around 30 minutes. We are now going to go into the Fairly Odd Parents. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon. Now, Butch Hartman, I'm not going to talk about him, and again, he's not going to affect my opinion of the Nicktoon. I like the different scenarios that Timmy and the fairies go through. Again, we have memorable characters like Mr. Crocker, Timmy's dad, and Dinkelberg, and Doug Dimmadome, owner of Dimsdale Dimmadome. Yes, the Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Where do I put Fairy Odd Parents? In S tier. However, I put this at high S tier. How high? Higher than Doug, higher than Ginger, higher than Real Monsters, higher than Kablam. Yes, higher than Kablam. It's the highest ranked A tier right now. Hold up, it's glitchy. Yes, I would prefer Fairy Odd Parents over these. How that means that Fairy Odd Parents is close to being S tier. It's that close, but it's short by the mark. It's short by the mark there. It's very short. But the Fairy Odd Parents was good. When Poof was introduced, the quality did drop a little bit, but not entirely. But it got worse when we have Chloe, Oof. or it's Sparky. Before they add Sparky, it did die off. But there's going to be a live action reboot, and all I can think of is, again, I'm not going to talk about it, but this is A tier. Oh dear, Invader Zim. I would say this show is pointless because Zim is trying to take over the world, but he's 3 feet tall. You're supposed to be 4 feet tall at minimum. So Zim cannot rule the world. Even if he has the power to, he can't. The law says no, you're too short. So I feel bad for Zim though. I feel bad for Zim being short. And Plankton. We're not going wrong for it, joke. Sorry for that reference. Oh boy, Zim. We have Gur. One of the most amazing buddies of Nicktoons. We had Patrick, we had Stimpy, we had Heifer. Now we have Gur. I would say Gur's the best of them all. Yeah, I would say that. Not only that, but we have Miss Bitters, we have Professor Membran, we have Dib. And Zim is an amazing character himself. And he has his own revival on Netflix. Same thing with Rocco. I really wish this was continuing on for a little bit more than just 2 seasons. This is an SM Nicktoon. Ranked, again, S-rate Nicktoon. Better than Arnold, the Beavers, the Four Marys, Cat Dog, and Rocco. But to prefer this over the Ren and Stimpy show? Almost, but no. However, it's an amazing Nicktoon to be ranked to S tier right here. Zim, you are a crazy alien, but you have charisma, and you might fail and ruin the world, but you have heart. You keep trying. You never give up. That's the spirit, Zim. That is the spirit. Again, let me double check. Let's see. I might be off by a little bit, but hopefully not that much. I'm gonna do All Grown Up next. All Grown Up is a spinoff of Rugrats, and a lot of people did not like this, understandably. But do I like it? I would say it's a bit weird seeing our Rugrats characters behaving in these teen situations. But I am not gonna lie when I say this show can be freaking hilarious. I'm not kidding. The designs of the Rugrats when they're teen are actually not bad. They're actually kind of good. I mean, Tommy looks cool as well as Dill. Chucky looks more of a nerd, but understandable. Angelica looks, well, again, that doesn't prove I have, she still look cute, that's all I'm gonna say. Alright? So don't get any ideas, especially you crabs. You're still stalking, enough of that. Sheesh. But the adults were also pretty cool. We got Howard and Betty and Boris. I'm surprised Boris is still alive in All Grown Up. I'm glad he is, though. I'm glad he's still alive. Boris was good. Where do I put this Nicktoon? There were some episodes I watched that really got me laughing, like, for a long time. I'm not going to try to get into detail because I might get a bit. I'm going to say it. This is an S-rate Nicktoon. I'm not kidding. This is an S-rate Nicktoon. I prefer this over Arnold, Beavers, and the Four Marys. But let me think for a little bit. I would still prefer Cat Dog. I'm again going to get some backlash, but yeah, I'm honest. And oh my, alert! We have Rugrats Preschool Days. Yes, I did watch this Nicktoon just for this moment. Ooh, this Nicktoon is a fever dream. It's a fever dream. I'm going to tell you that. It's not that good. To be honest, it's not that terrible either. I still like some aspects, but it's still it's a fever dream. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna be a little bit generous and give it at B. Yes, Preschool Dates gets B tier. But it's a crazy mixed up Nicktoon of how Angelica and Susie is. Angelica is still a little bit cute in Preschool Dates. You're telling me that Angelica's cute every time? No, I'm not saying that. Maybe reason why you... In fact, if you dress beautifully, you'll probably faint without the kiss. And go to sleep! Away with you! It's not that good like A or S, but it's low B, let me tell you. Because there'll be other Nicktoons, I'm gonna say it's B. Is it time? Hugh? Is it time to talk about? I agree. Yes, Jimmy boy! Go ahead. Characters, of course, Hugh, Carl, Shane, Jimmy himself, Goddard, Ultra Lord, amazing icon. Oh yeah, another icon, Crimson Chin. I forgot to talk about Crimson Chin. Also a great superhero. The Jim and Timmy Power Hour. Bonus points for Jimmy Boy. So many moments. Because, yeah, remember when I was 7 years old? You sound a banana. And of course, that changed my life, your life. I can't get over that. Donut Boy. I mean, Hugh makes the show. How, exactly, like how, I said before. Like how, dang it, like how, again, it doesn't prove, but, Angelica, man. Oh yeah, yes, this is an S-rate Nicktoon. Better than what Nicktoons? I would say it's better than Arnold, The Beavers, Four Marys, Grown Up, Cat Dog. Say better than Rocco and Zim. Yeah, it's better than Zim, but these four right here are heavy containers. RPS, R, and TRASS. But Jimmy Neutron, man. Jimmy Neutron had some great advertisement, and Nickelodeon did it well, especially with the heaven that is Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast. I want that damn right to be returned one way or another. Come on, Nickelodeon. I know you have it in your idea, hopefully. Come on. Alright, next. Avatar: The Last Airbender. This Nicktoon. Phew. Remember this when I was a child, I was watching this with my older cousin. Me and him enjoyed it a lot. It's an action-based Nicktoon, and yes, I do like action. I prefer comedy, but action is good. This has some really hard action, man, with the entire aspect. How much do I like Avatar, though? It's S rank, yes, but how S rank do I rank this? Better than Four Marys, but I prefer All Grown Up a bit more. But we can't be going wrong when I say Avatar's S. Of course it's S. It's one of the best in my opinion. And there is some heavy competition. I do prefer these other ones, but I recommend Avatar a hell of a lot. A lot of people would agree. Much like the next Nicktoon, that's a Phantom. And here it is, the Danny Phantom Nicktoon. I would say I prefer this over Fairy Odd Parents. I prefer Danny Phantom over the Fairy Odd Parents. How much so do I say that? This again is an amazing action Nicktoon. I would prefer this over Avatar as well. Do I say it over All Grown? I'm thinking for a moment here. This is better than Avatar. Almost as better as All Grown Up, but it's a bit short. But Danny Phantom is another S-ranked Nicktoon. Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of S-ranked Nicktoons, folks. You're going to be seeing a lot of those. But, man. Danny Phantom is an amazing Nicktoon. I keep saying that, but let me a bit explain. The idea, the theme song is poppin', man. It's like rap. It's how you do a rap Nicktoon, or the cartoon rap song right. And that's amazing. What else? The characters were also memorable, and also the love triangle between Danny and was that Sam and there's this other girl. I forgot her name. I haven't watched Danny Phantom in a little bit. I need the complete series that Shuff Factory released. I'm missing that and the Angry Beavers. And I'm going to get Jimmy Neutron when it releases in October. But Going Ghost, Danny Phantom, man. They wish he had a bit more treatment. He was slacking by Nickelodeon a little bit around the series finale. But we can't go on with the Ghost Boy. Long live the Ghost Boy. Now, let me look at my Nicktoons real quick. Alright, here we have Tak and the Power of Juju. I know one of my friends that wants Tak in Brawl, All-Star Brawl. I agree with you, buddy. Cartoon Fan 19, if you're watching this, I agree with you 100%. But Tak and the Power of Juju, I would prefer the games over the show, but the show was good. The show was good. Now, granted, the show wasn't that spectacular, but I did enjoy my time with Tak and the Power of Juju. I do remember some characters from the show. While it is low rank, it's A tier, but low rank A tier, it's still a good Nicktoon to watch. And I do kind of recommend Tak and the Power of Juju. Still a good Nicktoon, even if it's kind of low on the list by the standards right now. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Chalk Zone. I was slacking on Chalk Zone for a little bit. Chalk Zone, one of the OEA cartoons next to Very Odd Parents and My Life as a Teenage Robot, which we'll get to in a little bit. But Chalk Zone, I feel like should have gotten a bit more love as well. More love, not by a bit, but a lot more. At Chalk Zone, it did have a complete series box set. However, it was by Amazon exclusive, which means it might be more rare when the DVD art format flatlines. It already has, but when those go out of stock, yeah, the price is going to skyrocket. We need Shock Factory or Paramount to re-release this. What can we say about Chalk Zone? We had a lot of, and Chalk Zone is a good contender for All-Star Brawl. It's a good contender for All-Star Brawl, like Tak and the other Nicktoons as well. I do prefer over these. It's an A rank Nicktoon. It's close to being S, so that's why it's going to be high rank. But I prefer this over the Very Odd Parents. I would say not really, but very close. A rank Nicktoon for Chalk Zone. Chalk Zone, you really overdid yourself, and you should have gotten more love. Chalk Zone. Alright, where is My Life as a Teenage Robot? I want to talk about this show, Nicktoon, next. I think the first time I saw My Life as a Teenage Robot was Nick Picks. Remember Nick Picks? I want to get the Nick Picks DVDs. I haven't owned one. I need to own at least one. I want all of the Nick Picks DVDs, including the holiday one. But My Life as a Teenage Robot is a fun show. But this is a superhero show like, again, Danny Phantom. It's a creative Nicktoon. How creative would I say this Nicktoon is? I would say it's S rank. How S rank? Do I prefer it over Avatar and Danny Phantom, or just Avatar? Or do I prefer it even further? This is better than Avatar and Danny Phantom in my opinion. However, it is a close battle. It's not by a long shot, let me tell you that. But I highly recommend it, because Jenny, or XJ9, Jenny is an amazing protagonist. She's a fun character to hang out with. Fun character. Okay, let me look at what I got next. Here you are. Here you are. If you watch a lot of my videos, you might notice that in some parts I've used the Cat Scratch title card theme. I love that thing to death. Next, this is amazing. I love Cat Scratch. I wish this got more seasons. Cat Scratch is a god Nicktoon in my opinion. How god is it? Well, I prefer it over Arnold, the Beavers, the Thornberrys, Avatar, Danny Phantom, Jenny, the grown-up cast, Cat Dog, and Rocco? Rocco too? No, but this Nicktoon, I love Cat Scratch. It's one of the most underrated Nicktoons in my opinion. I really wish Cat Scratch got a lot more recognition. It got wildly advertised by Nickelodeon, but only lasted one season. What kind of logic is that? Seriously. But Cat Scratch. I want Cat Scratch to be at least re-released as a complete series. It will be very easy to do, but there's none of that. It's most likely the only way you can view Cat Scratch DVD format is with the Nick Picks DVDs, like the next Nicktoon we'll talk about. So yeah. I almost forgot. The episodes are remastered, and you can find them in the Cat Scratch Wiki. You just gotta search for the Cat Scratch Wiki. And they do have remastered episodes on there. The X's. The X's remind me a lot of The Incredibles. A lot. They really do. I do prefer The Incredibles. This is also an underrated Nicktoon in my opinion. It only lasted one season like Cat Scratch. Not as great as Cat Scratch. In fact, I would say The X's is A tier. After thinking, I think The X's belong in A tier. However, I prefer it over Tack, Doug, Ginger, Real Monsters, and Kablam, but not Shock Zone and Fairy Odd Parents. The X's is A tier, and The X's is honestly underrated in my opinion, much like Cat Scratch. Alright, what am I going to talk about next? I'm going to talk about, the road... No, sorry. LT Grade. I was thinking about the Road to El Dorado, the DreamWorks picture. I don't know what I was thinking. But here we are, LT Gray. The LT Gray having a Spanish, Mexican, type of feel. It really adds up more bonus to this Nicktoon I have. And the story can be a bit more deeper if you look into it in context. Deeper. Like the other ones I mentioned before, this is also underrated. This belongs in the A tier. I would prefer over all these Nicktoons, but Kablam is where I stop it. But LT Gray is a nice Nicktoon you should watch. It's like an action Nicktoon as well. However, I would prefer Danny Phantom and My Life, Teenage Robot as well. But this is a good Nicktoon that you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, why is Kappa Mikey in here? I'm not sure myself, but I'm going to say it's there regardless, because I did watch this Nicktoon and I did enjoy this Nicktoon. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon a lot. This is A tier Nicktoon to Tack and Doug, but I would prefer Ginger a bit more than Kappa Mikey. But Mikey really fits around with the anime style of cartoons. I would like that. It ain't the best thing ever made, but it's a very enjoyable one. It's a bit underrated. I don't care if this doesn't belong. I would say it belongs here anyway. If we're going to call it shots here. What's next? Making Fiends. I know two people that might recognize this show. Cartoon Fan and Yuvi. They were talking about this a lot a few days ago when I'm recording this. Making Fiends. I enjoy this Nicktoon. I remember when I was a kid, I would watch it on Nicktoons early in the morning around 6 or 7 a.m. after All Grown Up. Making Fiends. I enjoy Making Fiends. How much do I enjoy Making Fiends? More than Ginger, Real Monsters, Tigray, Kablam, and the X's. But not Chalk Zone or Fairy Odd Parents. I really wish there was a lot more representation of Making Fiends, but much like I think other Nicktoons, like the modern ones I'll talk about, it got pushed aside to Nicktoons, and it sadly had a quiet death. When it was so good, it was dark, like Invader Zim on that one or another. But Invader Zim at least got a second season. I don't think Making Fiends did. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I recommend Making Fiends because it's a fun Nicktoon. It's very fun. Just like the next Nicktoon, Back at the Barnyard. We're talking about Barnyard next. Now, I was talking about my grandmother. I was talking with my grandmother a couple of months back. And my grandmother said I used to dislike Barnyard. The show and the movie. I was like, why? I love Barnyard. How much I love Barnyard though? I would say that the show, viewer mail time. I know one guy's gonna be like, yes, that meme. Viewer mail time. I did use that joke in Joke the Hypnotist. But Barnyard, it doesn't get much representation either, and that's sad as well. How much you like Barnyard? I like it better than a lot of these A-ranked Nicktoons, but again, Shock Zone and Fairy Odd Parents is hard to compete. But Back at the Barnyard is a high-ranked A tier. I do prefer Barnyard over a lot of these other Nicktoons you see right here, an A tier. And I do want to see Otis in All-Star Brawl, because Otis he was a powerhouse in the original Super Brawl games. Next up, we have the Mighty B. A lot of people, the Mighty B. After we watched the Mighty B, I enjoyed the Mighty B as a child, and I do as of now. Bessie is a great protagonist. Happy is a good canine, and the story, and it's crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens. Around the Crazy as much reminds me of SpongeBob and the Ren Stimpy Show. But this is A-rank Nicktoon. How A-rank? I do prefer it over Kablam and the X's. Making Fiends though? Do I prefer it over Making Fiends? I don't. However, it is very close to overtaking Making Fiends, but it's not as close as Back at the Barnyard. But the Mighty B, a lot of people don't like this Nicktoon. Understandably though, I respect your opinions on this. That's why it's on A tier, but I personally enjoyed the Mighty B. Looking at my Nicktoons here, I'm trying to think for a moment. Fanboy and Chum Chum. A lot of you are going to be surprised at where I'm going to put this on the list, but I adored this Nicktoon. It might not look good, it's crazy, it's stupid, it's weird, but I love stupid and weird shit. Fanboy and Chum Chum. Fanboy and Chum Chum had some good characters. That Boog and that Kyle and at the Oz, if I'm saying that right. I hope I'm not. And then, again, it had another icon, another hero. Unfortunately I don't remember his name, but he was a good hero. He was a good hero. And the ending of Fanboy and Chum Chum makes make more bonus points to this. I am not going to spoil it. I'm going to put this at S tier. How S tier? I would prefer this over Arnold, prefer this over Beavers and Formers, but not Avatar. Yes, I'm going to put Fanboy and Chum Chum around that same point of. I do understand why people hate it, don't get me wrong. The Penguins of Madagascar. I should have done this next, because I did watch Penguins of Madagascar during the premiere after the 2009 Kids' Choice Awards. I did watch the Penguins of Madagascar. Looking back at it, I did enjoy this Nicktoon. However, it's not really the best thing ever made. It's a good Nicktoon, but I would prefer a lot of Nicktoons of Penguins of Madagascar. I don't think this qualifies here in this Nicktoon tier list, but I don't really. Again, if I put Kappa Mikey and Making Fiends on here, you'll probably see the other ones. This is B ranked here, but I prefer this over Preschool Days. So there's that. Not much to say about this, but it was good for its time. It was good. Looking back, let me double check. Okay, I guess I can talk about the next show being Tough Puppy. Another Butch Hartman cartoon. Butch Hartman cartoon I also prefer over Fairy Odd Parents. I prefer Tough Puppy over Fairy Odd Parents. In fact, so much that I will give Tough Puppy S tier. I'm not kidding. I will give Tough Puppy S tier. Dudley was a good character, as well as Kitty Catwell. They had some memorable villains like Snapchat, Bird Brain, if that was his name, and the Chameleon. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon over this. How much do I enjoy this? I do enjoy it over Fanboy and Chum Chum, but not Avatar or Danny Phantom. So it lands right here. Tough Puppy is a good Nicktoon in my opinion. Alright, so let's see what's our next Nicktoon. I can think for a little bit. Again, I might be out of order right now for a little bit. But here we have Sanjay and Craig. Now, I used to watch this when I was around 10 years old, around that time period. And I actually fairly enjoyed the show. It does get some hate, I heard. But to me, it's actually a pretty good show. And I would say it actually is an A tier ranked Nicktoon. However, it's the lowest ranked Nicktoon. I would prefer Attack over this. But still, this is a nice Nicktoon overall. And I prefer it over Preschool Days and Penguins of Madagascar. Okay, what next? Planet Sheen! Well, man, I actually enjoyed Planet Sheen when I was little, I'm not gonna lie. And I still enjoy it today. I really do enjoy it. So much so that I would prefer this actually as an A-ranked Nicktoon over Sanjay and Craig, Tack, Doug, and Kappa Mikey. But Ginger's a bit better, more than Planet Sheen. But Planet Sheen actually got an A tier. I am not messing around, I'm actually serious. Can you believe that? I don't think you can, really. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a acquired license by Nickelodeon, and they did the series right. They really hit a home run when it comes to the Ninja Turtles. So if they acquired Garfield, and I'm pretty sure they have a strong chance of doing Garfield justice, like they did with the Ninja Turtles. Me and my friend, one of my real life friends I met at school, we loved Ninja Turtles, and we always play Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan on PS4. It was a fun time overall. I enjoy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How much do I actually enjoy Ninja Turtles? It's an S-ranked Nicktoon for sure, but how good is it? I prefer it over Avatar, but not Danny Phantom. I think Danny Phantom's better than Ninja Turtles 2012, by the way, 2012, because 2018 Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is there. But the 2012 series is it's a great, amazing series. You should really watch if you have the chance. I haven't watched everything, but I watched most of the show. I need to go and complete it myself. The Legend of Korra. Yeah, The Legend of Korra. I remember when I watched this as a kid, I barely saw Avatar, but I remember liking Legend of Korra a lot. Now, granted, it did decrease quality in the later seasons, much like how the Ren and Stimpy show did. And I said that to another Nicktoon. But anyway, yeah, SpongeBob as well. Legend of Korra, though, is still a good Nicktoon, and the later seasons are still not that bad, but they could use improving. This is also an S-rate Nicktoon, right below Avatar. Avatar is better, but Legend of Korra is definitely a good S-rank Nicktoon in my eyes. Okay, so we are running low. We only have a few Nicktoons left. Well, what should I do first? Breadwinners. Breadwinners. This show is okay, in my opinion. It's actually good. I find some good parts with Breadwinners, but I do understand why people do not like this show. It ain't something that's good as like Fanboy and Chum Chum, nor any of the A-tier Nicktoons. However, it's not as bad or that badly average, so it ain't going to be C, D, or below that. It's going to be at B. However, I think Preschool Days is better than Breadwinners and Penguins of Madagascar. But I guess check it out if you want to, but I don't recommend that a whole lot, but I guess it's worth checking out. Next up, I'll do Monsters vs. Aliens. Now, I don't think I should add DreamWorks shows here, but they did air on Nick, so I guess they count when Paramount was distributing DreamWorks films before 20th Century Fox took over, and now they're under, I think DreamWorks is under Universal now. Monsters vs. Aliens, I remember it not being, it's painfully average in my opinion, like very average. More average than any of the B-tier ones. When B-tier is good, C is average. So, I'm going to say that C, the first C, and probably the only C, is Monsters vs. Aliens. The movie was good. I found the movie to be good, but the show, dropped in quality. Alright, this will be our last DreamWorks one. We're going to do all DreamWorks here. Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness. Again, not as good as any of the movies, including the third one. However, this is still a good series to watch. And actually, I find it to be fun to watch at times. More than Breadwinners and Preschool Days. And I don't think it's better than Penguins of Madagascar. But it's very close, so it's a medium B tier. Oops, like right clicks. Medium B tier for Kung Fu Panda. I do kind of recommend that show, but not entirely sure for that one. We'll do Harvey Beaks next. Harvey Beaks is, again, a very underrated Nicktoon, in my eyes. A very underrated show, really. This is I think it was by the creator of Chowder. Now, this ain't good as Chowder, but there was some charm that the creator did that was also in Chowder, so it bumps it to be A tier. And I actually prefer Harvey Beaks over some of the other Nicktoons I watched, including these right here. I don't know if it's better than the X's, though. I remember the X's being a bit better, but yeah. And yeah, I prefer it over the Mighty B as well. It's a pretty high A tier, and Harvey Beaks really got some. It didn't do so well with Nickelodeon, and it's a shame because it was good. It was a good show. Okay, it might be way out over here. Oh, here it are. Pig, goat, banana, cricket. I remember, I think I know a Discord person that one of my friends, or not really, well, one acquaintances you can say. One person in one server in does not like pig, goat, banana, cricket. I would say it's alright, it's mildly good, it's better than Monsters vs. Aliens. And I would say it's better than Breadwinners, but not Preschool Days, however. So it's a low B tier. Pig, goat, banana, cricket. I don't really recommend it a lot, but maybe give it a try and you might like it as well. Okay, what else? Robot and Monster. Oop, crap, no, not an E tier. Go back up. I keep right clicking, but here, Robot and Monster, I think I watched it during the premiere of the show. Now, I was probably going to say it belongs around A, but there's not a lot of qualities that put it to A. However, there is qualities that put it at a very high B. Yes, it's the highest B on here, Robot and Monster. Prefer than the other shows on B tier. It is actually it's a very nice Nicktoon, I would say. Not right, something to go home about, but better than Monsters vs. Aliens and the other B tier Nicktoons I put on there. We have only a few more. Might be lost here, but so Bunsen is a beast. Oops, crap. Bunsen is a beast. This Nicktoon, oh dear. I actually think it's way average. Like, again, like Monsters vs. Aliens. I was going to say I was wanted to put it at like, at least low B tier, but after rewatching it, Butch Hartman has done some better work. As you can clearly see with Tough Puppy and Danny Phantom, and of course, Very Odd Parents. So, Bunsen's a Beast gets a C. It is a bit better than Monsters vs. Aliens, but it's not something really to write home about. So, okay, should we do? I think I should do the Loud House next. The Loud House. This is another Nickelodeon juggernaut, and I would say that the Loud House, while it kind of did decrease in quality over time in my eyes, like how the Ren Stimpy Show and SpongeBob did. I do find it to be a very good Nicktoon, however. Actually very decent. Actually, I really like this Nicktoon a lot. I wouldn't say it's going as an S tier Nicktoon. However, it does belong on a good spot in A. How good of a spot? I would put it between, let me think. I would say between, LT Gray and Action League Now and Kablam. That's where the Loud House goes, in my opinion. It's actually good. While decreasing quality, it's still good to check out from time to time. I don't know if the movie's gonna be good or not, but welcome to the this Nicktoon I barely saw. I barely saw this Nicktoon. However, I remember enjoying it fairly well. It had good animation. While the characters try to be good, well, not really that memorable, they were still good characters. And I had my time actually enjoying the Nicktoon from time to time. Better than any of the C and B tier. It is low A, however. However, it is better than Sanjay and Craig by a bit. So, welcome to the Wayne. Welcome to the Wayne. I hope I said that right. Yeah, welcome to the Wayne. Or that show belongs to a good A tier. I do like that show. Let's see. Let's do Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This Nicktoon, whew, man. I thought the 2012 series was good. I think this is better than the 2012 series. I'm actually going to say that. The animation is beautiful, it's chaotic, it's awesome. I'm surprised that they didn't use this model for Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix. They did it in Super Brawl Universe, but no. They don't use the models in Nick All-Star Brawl. They use the Super Classic Ninja Turtles, which is a very nice touch. It's a very nice touch. But unfortunately, this was one of the Nicktoons that got pushed along to Nicktoons, much how like Harvey Beaks did. And I believe Making Fiends and Captain Mikey originated in Nicktoons Network. This is one of them, and it's sad. This is better than the 2012 series, in my opinion. Rise of the TMNT. Even though it lasted only a few seasons less than TMNT 2012. I think Nickelodeon's still using this model, even though I don't think it's airing anymore. Which is good, because that was good. That was a good series. And look at this. Only 7 shows remain. Let's do The Adventures of Kid Danger. Henry Danger was, it wasn't a bad sitcom, but it was not that good either, I see. I think this series is actually worse than the live action series. I'm not joking. I don't think this series really holds up well than the actual show of live action. It's worse in people in C. I would say it's bad, but it's not horrible, or it's not... It's a D tier. Our first D tier, and probably the only D tier Nicktoon on here. It's Pony. Now, again, much like Welcome to the Wine, I hope I said it right. I did not watch this Nicktoon a lot. And unfortunately, this was also a victim of the Nicktoon channel syndrome. Like Harvey Beaks and, I said before, Rise of TMNT. But this Nicktoon is actually surprisingly well. I really enjoyed this Nicktoon a lot. So much I would go to say it is above an A tier. How much of an A tier? I would say it's better than, a bit better than Tack, but not better than Doug. So its Pony actually lands us pretty low to medium style in A tier. So good job for you on that one. Alright, this is a spin-off of The Loud House, and I would say that it's not bad. I would say that this is worse than The Loud House. Multiple standards. In fact, it drops down below to a B tier. However, I do prefer this show over all of these B tier Nicktoons. So this spin-off is not that bad, but B tiered, however. Alright, here we go. The big boys. Paramount Plus exclusive, Camp Coral. I did not have much expectation for Camp Coral, but after watching it, it was actually decent. It was good. How good would I say? I would say that this is, I want to say that this is, A tier. However, it's not a high A tier. I think it's actually a B tier, for one thing, but no. After thinking, I think it's a low A tier. How low would I go? It is better than all... Let's see. How better is Camp Coral? It's better than Kappa Mikey, but not as better as Planet Sheen. I do prefer Planet Sheen a bit more, but Camp Coral lands a good spot on A tier. In my eyes. Oh dear. Rugrats 2021. Now, I know this is not made for old fans. This is for a brand new generation of children. But I kind of adored this revival. While everything's supposed to be modernized, I mean, the adults have to do like different stuff and hobbies. I believe that Grandpa Lou's now more into music and yoga. I like Grandpa Lou getting fit. Also, some of the voice acting was not there because they unfortunately passed away, sadly. But they still had a nice change. Now, the animation, I have to say, the prototype looked but the final product is nice. It does look nice, and Angelica still looks beautiful. They still captured Angelica's beauty in the CGI form. Again, no, Krabs, don't say anything. Thumbs up? Okay, thanks, Krabs. At least you're being suitable for a little bit. Do I say it actually belongs way higher than all of these other Nicktoons? Do I say it? Do I say it? Wait, what is Stu? They had the modernized Stu. What is Stu? Stu's a gamer? Stu's a gamer! He's a gamer dad. Okay, we have an S tier Nicktoon. Oh, man. But wait, what high do I actually go it in? I would prefer it more than... Actually, where do I put Rugrats 2021? Because I actually enjoyed it a lot than I expected. Like, oh, really a lot. I would say it's better than all of these, including All Grown Up, but cannot match Cat Dog. Again, I'm gonna get backlash for this, but I mean, if I put shows like this, like the very higher than this guy, I don't think I care, do I? The Patrick Star Show. Another spin-off, but I would say it's much better than Camp Coral. I would actually prefer the Patrick Star Show over Camp Coral. And actually, it's actually not a bad show, really. I would prefer this over El Tigre, but not the Loud House. Patrick Star Show lands a very good spot on the A tier. Like the final show, which did premiere only a few weeks ago, Middlemost Post. I enjoy this Nicktoon a lot. I tune into it, I took a look, took a dive in, and yeah, people want this Nicktoon to succeed. I want this Nicktoon to succeed too. Succeed? System C, succeed. How much do I like Middlemost Post? I actually like it more than the Loud House. Yeah, Middlemost Post is a bit better than the Loud House in my humble opinion. And with that, all of these Nicktoons have been ranked. So, recap. S tier, Rocket Power, SpongeBob SquarePants, Rugrats, The Ren and Stimpy Show, Jim Jams, Jimmy Boy. Thanks. No problem. Invader Zim, Rocko's Modern Life, Cat Scratch, Cat Dog, Rugrats 2021, All Grown Up, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Dandy Phantom, Rise of the TMNT, TMNT 2012, Avatar, Legend of Korra, Tough Puppy, Fanboy and Chum Chum, Wild Formators, Angry Beavers, and Hey Arnold. A tier, we got Fairy Odd Parents, Shock Zone, Back at the Barnyard, Making Fiends, Harvey Beaks, The Mighty Bee, The X's, Kablam, Action League Now, Middlemost Post, The Loud House, The Patrick Star Show, El Tigre, Real Monsters, As Told by Ginger, Planet Sheen, Camp Cora, Keppa Mikey, Doug, It's Pony, Tack, Welcome to the Wade, and Sanjay and Craig. At B tier, we got the, again, I don't want to, I think I said the name wrong so many times, I don't want to try this one, but this spin-off of Loud House. Robot and Monster, Penguins of Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, Preschool Days, Pico, Banana Cricket, and Breadwinners. C tier, Bunsen is a Beast, and Monsters vs. Aliens, and at D tier, The Adventures of Kid Danger. That's all of the Nicktoons I have on this list. Yeah, I know some of you thinking there should be a bit more, but I don't think they belong really fully to Nickelodeon, so they're not on this list. But that is all. I enjoy these Nicktoons. Even if they're at B or C, they do have some enjoyment one way or another. And I do recommend you guys check out these Nicktoons because they really change animation. The first three changed live animation and Nickelodeon in general. And they created some of my most memorable childhood memories. And without Nicktoons, I wouldn't meet some of my favorite friends. Cartoon Fan, Glee 1954, Mike's Toontown especially. Man, let me tell you. But that is all. Not fully though. This is the end of Nicktoon tier list. However, tomorrow will be a movie tier list. It will be way shorter, but I'll talk about the movies more in depth. That will come tomorrow. But until then, thank you all for watching. I might post the tier list template of this on Twitter at some point so you can all make your own tier list based off this. Yes, I created this own tier list right here. And you can reply with that tweet and share me what you think. When I share the template, I don't know when I'm going to do that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And to all you talking in the premiere and giving your thoughts, thank you for tuning in. If you tune in not during the premiere, then that's okay. Thank you for watching anyway, and you can post out your entire thoughts at the comments. But remember, please be respectful, no drama, nor fighting over opinions. It's our opinions, we share our own opinions. If that Mike's Toontown shares his own opinion on Nicktoon crossover games, because he made a tier list of that. Don't worry, I'm not going to sue you, Mike's Toontown, since you've done tier lists before mine. I will make a Nicktoon crossover game tier list of my own, but that will be way after I review everything, including Nick Picks and Nick Ode Factory, or whatever it's called, Nick Ode Design, that game as well. As well as Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, so it'll come around in October, accordingly. But thank you guys all for watching, and happy 30th birthday to you, Nicktoons. You changed my life completely. Like how Hugh Neutron sat on a banana when he was 7 years old. Again, that never gets old. Let me tell you. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be off. And stay Nicktoon. And stay tomorrow for the movie tier list. And check out Mike's Toontown's tier list on his channel. Bye-bye.